Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the AVGL College Smite Championships. It's Game 2. Best Coast, West Coast on the order side versus Team Sponsor Us. They're down 1-0 against Team Sponsor Us at the moment. This is going to be the game. Will they go 2-0 or will they even out the set 1-1? All the players are back in their respective roles, so let's go ahead and introduce them as such. Coming out of the order side of the map, it's going to be John Perry playing on that tier in the solo lane yet again. Man Ray coming out with Mercury in the jungle. Yowie Stick playing Isis in the mid lane. Viper 196 on Apollo as the hunter position. And Souza playing his signature Geb in the support role.
This time around, Cardiac's going to be playing Athena. Cute is going to be playing Scylla. A Day to Remember, or I keep saying A Day to Remember, like the band, but it is just Day to Remember. Hoi is going to be playing Hoi in the ADC role. Bibom Boop still reprising his jungle role as Hoon Bots this time. Haven't seen Hoon Bots in a while. And Osath going Kumbhakarna in the solo lane.
Interesting. We've seen Kumbhakarna solo once. I believe it was played by Riders of Brohan in week 1 or week 2. I think it was week 1 that they played him, and it was the way of Captain Jabroni, I believe. I'm not 100% don't 100% remember, but I know that he has been played in solo lane at least once this season, but been favored more in the support. Now coming back in the solo lane, piloted by Osath, so it's going to be interesting to see what he does here with this one.
Yeah, this will be quite interesting. Hoon Bots hasn't been played a whole lot, but I don't think he's bad by any means. I think he's still available and he's still viable. But Kumbhakarna in the solo lane is going to be really hard to deal with, I think, because John Perry can't really kill him. He might be able to, but it's going to be really difficult for him to kill him because Kumbhakarna has pretty darn good clear, and he just is really hard to take down, especially if you take him down under his own tower. His passive procs, and then he's just sitting there, laying there under the tower while you have to tank the shots for it, and that can be very, very difficult to deal with.
I'm expecting a level 2 Mez to come out of Osath here to try and stop John Perry from being able to clear in the wave. By getting up that Mez, he's going to be able to stop the Fearless chain that comes out of John Perry. He's going to really shut down his wave clear in the early stages of the game, really put John Perry behind. So I'm expecting, even though Osath's going to be a little bit lane to late here due to a little bit of the weaker clear, especially when it comes to the jungle camps, I think Osath's going to probably pick up a level 2 Mez here as I'm hovering on him to see what he's going to elect into. Still hasn't really picked. Yeah, there it is. The level 2 Mez going to come out from Osath. So I'm expecting to see a lot of shut down and wave clear coming out of this lane here as some aggression into the mid lane. Yowie Stick on that on the Isis this time. He's back into his respective roles, so going to be able to do a little bit better, I'd say, than maybe in his support role.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's a way better call that they went with that this time around, because last game it did not work out so hot. Best Coast, West Coast, not doing a whole lot here. They're just it's pretty slow in the beginning compared to last game where they were running for a double gank right about now.
Yeah, a lot of damage came out onto them in the mid lane there. They've been forced to use their potions. Cute and Bibom Boop both using a potion there to try and regain. Not able to really get a whole lot of damage. Man Ray's making an early rotation over to the duo lane. We're going to possibly see a repeat of last time as a ping comes out for him and they know that he's there. They're going to go ahead and back up from that one. I think a call from his teammates there was enough for Man Ray to go ahead and back off of that one. Make their way back into the mid lane. Bibom Boop and Cute here. Coming in on each side of them, looking to maybe sandwich them. Man Ray's here on the back, looking to possibly get that fling. No, he's just going to like to go away instead. Nice. Great teleport.
Very nice teleport there. Yeah, well, nice map awareness, knowing that he still had that available. He did throw the monkey right before that, and that was definitely planned on his part. He knew going into that initiation that he was going to get pinched and probably spirit ball to the face unless he teleported, and he executed that just perfectly.
Yeah. Back camp's being cleared up here by Man Ray and Yowie Stick. Yowie Stick sitting on a purple pot this time around, but who got the red buff? It may have fallen off by this point, actually, thinking about it. So it is 2.5 minutes in, so it looks like the red buff has fallen off. Because I looked over and it was all gone, so I imagine it's just come through. Man Ray looking to charge up his ultimate, maybe looking for a gank over here. Aggression coming into the dire boars yet again. Cardiac and Day Remember making their way there. Triple bounce is going to secure those. Really hard to steal boars away from a Ho Yi, especially with that triple bounce. Souza rolls in, gets taunted into a 6-4 rush. Again, Shield's going to come out and try and stop him. But Man Ray's going to ult through 3 of them. Yowie Stick's going to pick a kill onto Bibom Boop as the Yama Monster comes through, hits 3 of them. The ricochet is going to miss from Day to Remember. Cardiac's going to make his way out. Viper sitting low is going to get taken down by the jump from Day to Remember, and Yowie Stick's going to be forced under the tower.
Cardiac needs to be careful right here. Yeah, Man Ray doing quite a bit of damage to Cardiac there. He just was not able to finish off because he saw Scylla come right around that corner and luckily just saved his friend there. Cardiac gonna just elect to back right here. Team Sponsor Us walks away a little bit ahead there. Not a ton, but a little bit ahead of gold, especially because they got that first blood. And I do love that Dana Remember got 2 of those kills. That is huge for him.
Yeah, getting your Hunter online early, especially one that's going into Transcendence as opposed to the Throwing Dagger. This is something that Data Remember did previously when playing on Hou Yi. Instead of going into the Tier 2, or instead of going into the Throwing Dagger, he elected to go Transcendence, which I believe is a much better start for a lot of the ability-based hunters like Neath and even Hou Yi. It's going to give them much more of a power spike when it comes to late game. They're going to have a lot more damage than their opponents. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and clear up the wave here as John Perry and Osoth are having their little battle here in the lane. Once again, Osoth
just watching that. That's mildly entertaining to watch. Him just kind of beat on a tier who's just going to heal up with every single wave. He does quite a bit of damage. He had him down to half health, and now he's all the way back up already because tier things.
I mean, that's just what tier does, man. I mean, tier does things. People love tier. Man Ray's looking to charge. Zol's going to go on to 2 of them. Viper's going to get the credit for kill onto Bib-Bomb Move. I'm a Monster's going to come through. The Geb Shield's going to stop that one. Yowie6's going to get a double kill with the Wing Gust and the Circle of Protection combination onto Cute and Cardiac. And it looks like they might be looking towards a Gold Fury. No, they're going to get intercepted by Data Remember, who's going to jump over the wall onto Viper. He's going to get the Ricochet, and the Suns come down. Viper has no way of getting out of that one.
Very well played there by Data Remember. He used this whole kit perfectly to chase down Viper. Viper just could not escape there. And as soon as he dropped the Suns, he knew he was dead to rights. Luckily, he landed that Ricochet and was able to clear that up for himself. Already 15 stacks in, 3-0. Team Sponsor Us has a really fat Hunter already going into this game. Although they took quite a bit of kills there. West Coast doing a good job of taking 2 of them down before that even happened. And now they're sitting ahead in kills. XP is basically tied in gold. It's still a little in favor of Team Sponsor Us, and that does partly have to do with, again, that first blood coming out. Tier might go down here as he does get an epic uppercut. John Perry running away with 73 health right now. He chose to not go under his tower, but that is because he has a Man Ray there to help out. Little does he know that Hun Batz is coming around that corner. Athena's going to come down. Geb Shield comes out. He does have to use Lawbringer to get over to the wall, and that was a very well-timed Lawbringer. But this might be Bib-Bomb Boop taking out Soza, and it is exactly for that. Mercury going to get ulted on by Hun Batz. Not taking too much damage here. Might be able to get on a tower, but the dash is neglected. He might go down here. One little help. Ultimate comes out. He's dodging as fast as he can, trying the most. Kumbhakarna going to take this as long as possible. He has little to no health here. Look at where Cute is right now. And will we see the crush land it? And he doesn't quite land it. The dash is out again, but Bib-Bomb Boop jumps right under. This might be an overextension, though, for this.
Yeah, they were around for just a little bit too long. It looks like all of them are trying to back around this tower here. Yowie6 got sight of him. Osoth's going to go down to a nice Spirit Ball. It looks like they can get a nice Wing Gust here. It's going to take down one. No, he's not focusing on Cardiac. Instead, it goes on to Bib-Bomb Boop. Cardiac would have been a much better option there as he was going to clear one Spirit Ball. Where is Cardiac at, and why is nobody focusing down on him? Looks like they're making their turn towards Scylla here. A big drop, I would say, there. While picking up a couple of kills, Yowie6 dropped the ball there by not focusing that one tick of the Wing Gust onto Cardiac there. Osoth's going to go ahead and teleport back in the lane. They remember sitting in the mid lane at the moment, but there's also 3 members of Best Coast West Coast here. Spirit Ball is just going to miss. Crow's going to mark the Crow's going to go out as the Suns come out too. Knock up. Data Remember is going to get a solo kill onto Yowie6 here in the mid lane. Once again, utilizing the entire kit of Hou Yi.
Hou Yi is very, very strong now. He burned him down in no time. Yowie6 had nothing to go for. Oh, that was unfortunate. Maybe if Yowie6 had a little bit more XP from Athena or something. No, he definitely was going to die there either way. I'm just a little salty that he didn't end up killing Athena with just one tick of that Wing Gust earlier. That was so unfortunate for him because they still would have gotten Bib-Bomb Boop. Bib-Bomb Boop would have died there. He just wasn't able to do anything about it.
Perry taking a lot of poke there from Osoth. Osoth actually started with a Mark of the Vanguard because he knew he was going to be doing a lot of extra damage to try and poke out John Perry here. So great pickup by him. Going into what looks to be a Breastplate of Valor for his next item. Froggy Strike. John Perry's getting baited here. 2 ultimates been used on him at the moment. Osoth's going to get the credit for that one as the epic uppercut comes through with a belly bump to go ahead and knock him out for that one.
I think this is the key to Team Sponsor's victory right now. Just keep feeding off of John Perry. If John Perry is going to give up those kills, go take that kill every single time you can. Get as fat as you can early off of John Perry, and then use that to rotate into the mid lane, just like we're seeing right now. Circle Protection's doing quite a bit of help there, but Cute is going to finish off Yowie Stick with I'm a Monster. Once again, Team Sponsors, 4 people in the mid lane. Cardiac electing to ult, going all the way over to the duo lane, trying to help pick up Sauza in that lane. Oh, the follow is so close to death. Viper is running. Hunbot, he is pinned between it. Data, remember, with a nice ricochet there, able to pick that off.
Viper walking the wrong direction there as the ricochet comes all the way across. Man Ray comes through with the sonic boom. Gonna hit one. Bib-Bomb Boom's gonna have to use the purification for that one. Man Ray just avoids all 3 shots of that ricochet, and the Gibbs shield's gonna neglect the entire damage from the crush there. Is that shield? That shield is not maxed out at the moment. That was 150 plus, not 180. So I mean, that was over 300, and it completely blasted through that shield.
Yeah, that crush is doing quite a bit of damage right now, especially because that Soulstone is proccing, and he's doing a good job of like knowing when that Soulstone is available as well. I think he's using that to his advantage. Obviously, as you should if you're going to pick up Soulstone, just knowing how many stacks you have on that is the most ideal way to use that. 3 people for Best Coast West Coast here in the mid lane right now. They're just trying their best to kind of keep up with the aggression that Team Sponsors is throwing out right now. Team Sponsors got a little bit behind earlier, but it wasn't for long. They just really turned that fight around and have been aggressing very well against Best Coast.
Yeah, Team Sponsor's doing a great job coming up from that early, not really even an early deficit they had, but the early aggression that came out from Best Coast. As Gold Fury is being hinted at here by Best Coast and West Coast. This is something that they like to do a lot of times, and they notice there's nothing coming out there, especially when you have the Isis go for that Gold Fury. It's going to be a free Gold Fury. Only had to use the Circle Protection to get that one. Gold Fury going the way. Best Coast, West Coast.
That was a good call by them, realizing that there's nothing happening right now. We can take this down in like 15 seconds. Let's just go and do it really fast. We have Isis here to make sure it is secured, and that chunked their deficit down quite a bit. If you take a look at that chart, there's a huge chunk on away right now. Man Ray maybe in a little bit of a bad position right here. We're seeing, no, he's just fighting a little bit, but Cute is not far behind, and Bib-Bomb Boop is right there as well. Overhand strike is not going to hit, and Man Ray's prepping his ult, maybe looking to turn around and use this onto Team Sponsor us.
Man Ray taking a couple of auto attacks there by Cardiac. I'm not sure why he's electing to back here. Bib-Bomb Boop getting a bit aggressive onto Souza. Looks like he's going to cancel out his back there. Not sure he's going to go onto. Looks like he's going to miss it onto Q. Sentinel's out of the situation. A lot of aggression coming here from the dual lane as Souza's put under half HP. Viper still sitting at full as they're sitting under the tier 2 tower. Mid camps are going to be dropped by Man Ray, and Yowie-Stick's going to go ahead and back in the mid lane after finishing out that wave. Cardiac just off the mark, not able to get there quite in time as Man Ray is able to get a successful back.
Take a look at the right lane right now. Osath is just really pressuring John Perry. He's done quite a bit of damage to his tower. Looks like it's sitting about half health or so, maybe a little over, but he's doing exactly what he needs to be doing right now, just staying in that lane and just pressuring that tower. Do not let John Perry leave that lane at all unless it is because you killed him and sent him back to the base. I want to see that tower gone as soon as possible. Epic uppercut coming out once again, just doing as much damage as he can. He might actually take him down here. That heal doing quite a bit, though, bringing him close to about half health. Bib-Bomb Boop getting chased down, though, by Man Ray.
Wow, that heal coming out from John Perry actually just saved his life there entirely. Otherwise, he would have likely fallen there to just one of the belly bumps from Kumakarna. I think its name is Throwback or something like that, but I don't know. I guess just because you can fling a minion. The belly bump sounds a lot better than it, so I'll refer to it as that from now on. Man Ray going to go ahead and drop this Dire Boar here in the solo lane, get a little bit of experience the way of himself. John Perry only sitting a level behind Osath, doing a much better job this time, likely because Osath doesn't have near the kill potential with Kumakarna onto a tier as he did with as we did with Odin. So John Perry doing a lot better this time. Aggression coming into the mid lane. Taunt's going to come through. Yowie-Stick, I believe, was forced to purification there. Dev Shield also came out. Man Ray charging ultimate. He's going to elect to go ahead and not go into that one.
Bib-Bomb Boop maybe looking to jump over the wall here, but it is a little too late. He's not going to find anyone if he does. Man Ray all the way in the back line. Isis, they missed the ult, or the ricochet, but Cute lands a crush, and it does all that damage. I'm a Monster going to take out another half of his health. He's walking away with little to no health right now. I literally cannot see how much health he has. He has 60 health right now and is able to just get away, narrowly escaping with his life. Team Sponsors doesn't have a whole lot of objectives to go for right here as the Gold Fury is gone. They're electing to take that tier 1 tower in the mid lane. Viper, what are you doing, buddy?
You need to get out of there, my friend. There's
there
the
he goes.
coming out. Force out
Takes
the
the
across the
skies.
sky. He's not going to be able to go too far, though. Doesn't have a whole lot of mana. He might land in a bad position here. Not too bad, but Bib on Boop is right there. Guess maybe he thought he wasn't going to go as far. Fear No Evil comes out, a few auto tags. Viper has no health. He's going to have to fight here, but Bib on Boop's going to get the kill onto that one. Spirit Ball is not going to be able to hit Bib on Boop there. Fall to Viper. With the little mana that he had, knowing where the rest of the team was, especially the enemies being in his jungle, I think he should have gone over Yowie. God, Yowie Stick, goodbye, Yowie Stick. I don't even know where you existed. I would have liked to have seen him go over to maybe the blue buff or something like that on the dual lane, on the solo lane side for Team Sponsor Us. I don't think trying to go straight back to base was the right call there.
Yeah, for sure it was not there. I think that was a little bit of a misplay on their part. Salza, the only one really around right now in the mid lane, just trying to defend this tier 2 tower the best he can, just taking out these minions. He needs a little bit of extra farm right now too, since he's doing pretty good on level against as far as cardiac.
Uppercut and the groggy strike's gonna come through. Defender of Olympus, a lot of damage on John Perry. He's gonna heal a lot of that up. Defender of Olympus comes out. Cute's coming through with the Yama Monster. Where's it gonna go on to? Looks like he's gonna turn his sights. No, Cute's not gonna hit it with the Yama Monster. Man Ray doing a little bit of damage to Osoth in the tower, but I mean, it's a pretty tanky Kumbhakarna, and that Mez is going to stop Man Ray for what feels like eternity. Only going to come out and make sure that Osoth gets out of that one just fine. Kumbhakarna's Mez has been adjusted so many times since he's been released.
It is that is rough. Osath is just kind of dominating this solo lane right now. John Perry really kept under his thumb. We haven't seen John Perry leave this lane pretty much entirely the whole game. Bib on Boop taking out Yowie Stick. Yowie Stick is really getting sloppy right now. 5-5. That ricochet just happened. Viper got double taps, taken out easily there. Data Remember is doing an insanely good job right now, sitting 8-0 at 15 minutes in. I'd say he is a huge point of contention for Team Sponsor Us right now, really taking this lead. And it looks like this tier 2 tower in left lane might go pretty quickly here. Team Sponsor Us has the option to go for the Gold Fury if they want, and it looks like they do elect to do that instead of taking the tower. They could have taken the tower first and maybe gone for that, but they might have lost too much health to go for the Gold Fury then.
Yeah, definitely. Man Ray electing to go ahead and drop this blue buff here, as it looks like the red buff, I think that was stolen by Team Sponsor Us. I couldn't see over there if that was taken by them or not. I'd assume so. Taking a look at, yeah, it looks like Data Remember has the red buff on him, so I think they were going to get a successful steal on that. Once again, it's another case of Best Coast is really far behind here, and it's going to take quite a lot for them to come back in. It's not as bad as it was last time, sitting at a 7,000 gold and 9,000 experience lead right now, so it's not quite as bad as Cute actually gets a pick up onto Man Ray all the way over in the right side jungle. Not sure what Man Ray was doing all the way up there.
Yeah, Man Ray, I think Best Coast is just getting a little sloppy in general right now. I'm not sure if they're just kind of on tilt. I'm not sure what to do with this fight, unfortunately, or if they're just getting a little sloppy in general. But nice Spirit Ball is going to connect with Data Remember. It takes a good chunk of his health out. Wingust is gone as well. Not going to finish him off, though. He's sitting half health right now. He's level 18, and he's ready to fight. He will be able to just take down Souza, who couldn't even finish the ult. Just took him out. Data Remember is sitting divine 9-0. Hasn't died once this entire game. It's just going
Boop coming with the Blink ultimate onto Yowie Stick, who has to pop his Sanctuary and his Purification at the same time. Epic Uppercut's going to come out and deny any healing from that. Osoth's going to get credit for that kill. Great CC chain coming out there, and by throwing him up in the air, guarantees that he can't get the heal from the Circle of Protection.
Yeah, that was really well timed and just smart use of your kit. John Perry has rotated to mid lane right now, Man Ray as well, trying to take down Cardiac. Cardiac kind of doesn't care. There's just not enough damage coming out from either of them. The Mez onto tier forces out the Fearless from John Perry. Salza has returned from that earlier spill. Man Ray is prepping that ult, maybe looking to counteract right here, but I don't think he's going to be able to do anything if he goes for it. He might just go in to death.
Souza looking to get a rollout here. Not sure he's trying to go onto. Maybe a wraparound on a Cardiac, but he's left Man Ray all alone. Ricochet is just going to miss out. He charges up the ultimate. Sonic Boom's only going to go through Data Remember. Sanctuary has been forced here. Taunt's going to stop Man Ray from going anywhere. Cardiac's going to get the credit for that with the shield ball. Spirit Ball's going to miss. The overhead smash hits only a couple of them. Bib on Boop's looking to go back in. His ultimate still not online just yet. looking to come online the next 2 seconds. They're looking to get ready to come back into this fight here. Spirit Ball is going to miss. They remember is going to get the jump kill onto a Yaoi stick. John Perry's going to try and chase him out, but he's 4 levels down, and it's a Huyi with 4 full items online. Taunt's going to come through from Cardiac's going to hit 2 of them. The Gift Shield's going to come out. John Perry's going to try and do something, but the ultimate's going to make sure that he can't Fearless there. Viper's going to fall here to Cute, who got a nice crush and a follow-up auto attack on that to finish him off. Phoenix is going to fall here in the mid lane, and I expect them to either take the right-hand tower or possibly even make their way over towards the Fire Giant.
This would be unfortunate if they were able to get this Fire Giant. I don't know if West Coast is able to do anything anyway, because almost all their objectives are gone. They only sit with two towers right now at the moment. They are tier 2 towers, but looks like they might be trying to aggress onto this tier 2 in the right lane, able to take that down pretty quickly. Between the 3 of them in this full wave coming here as well. West Coast hasn't had much of an answer to anything that Team Sponsors has been throwing out, because Data Remember has been just chunking them down way too fast. And Bip Boop has been doing a pretty good job here as well with 10 assists, all just 1 away from what Cardiac is throwing out with the 11 assists.
Here we go. Yeah, Fire Giant not being contested yet at the moment. A few of them a little bit too low as Man Ray does a fun little clap with his ultimate, a little did a jump party there with Osoth as they go ahead and elect to start getting their backs ready. Possibly looking for the next fight as Fire Giants are already starting to pour into the mid lane here. Viper doing what he can to try and keep those from going through. Bibon Boop in the jungle coming up behind Viper, but doesn't have any mana. I don't think Viper realized that, otherwise he may have tried to aggress a little bit onto it as Bibon Boop is going to clear out those back camps. Man Ray all the way on the wrong side of the jungle, put a little bit of damage into those Harpies. Cute's going to go ahead and chase him down, but there's no way that Cute's going to catch a Mercury.
Mercury's just way too fast, unfortunately, for them to be able to catch up. But it doesn't even matter for them, honestly, if they get the kill or not, because it's not going to give them that much for it. And they really should just be kind of grouped up right now. I'd like to see Team Sponsor us group up a little bit more right now. I'm not sure exactly why Cute is in the left lane on his own. Just is kind of wandering around. If they just group up, they could force this Fire Giant fight easily, and it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. They only need to remember Bibon Boop and Cardiac to do it, and Cardiac's not even there to tank it, really. They might just be baiting it. And it looks like they are, as Sauza does realize it's happening. Man Ray is prepping the ult, ready to use it at any time, but there is the blink. Man, the epic uppercut. The suns are coming down. Sauza is forced to ult to try and get out. Circle Protections is used with little to no avail, unfortunately. Yi does use Purification as he gets ulted on by Man Ray. Sauza is going to fall to Bibon Boop there in the process. Cardiac in the back line taking on Man Ray, but Man Ray has to just run away. There we go. John Perry is easily taken down by Cute once again. Got stuck in a bad position. Man Ray is way up top. And we see Apollo just split pushing right now, looking to maybe take down this Phoenix before anyone can back. Osath does back and is able to get there in time for that, as the rest of his team decides to go for this Fire Giant. But we have to be really careful here. Bibon Boop might go down. Man Ray is able to get taken out by Data Remember there, unfortunately, but there he comes for the skies. Viper takes out Bibon Boop with his ult. Cute just takes down him with the crush, though unfortunately that crush is doing way too much damage for him to even try to finish off any more members of Team Sponsor Us.
Yeah, there's really not too much that he could have done in that situation. Was able to get 1 pick for it, was able to stop him from continuing on the Fire Giant, but immediately pays with his life there, getting the kill over to Cute, sitting at 6-1-6 at the moment. Data Remember 11-0-8. I'm not even sure what the KD has been for Data Remember. I don't even know how many times he's died today, if he's really even died at all. I can't recall any times that he's died. At least, did he die last set? I don't remember.
That is awesome that he is able to just keep that streak going. Shows how good of a player he is. It's one thing to be able to get a lot of kills, but if you're not dying at all, that shows you are a good player, because you are very aware of your surroundings and aware of what your enemies have available as far as their kit. Data Remember is just soloing the Gulf here right now, which he can do very easily. Man Ray is aware of the situation, though, is prepping his ult, but he's being chased down by 2 other members of Team Sponsor Us. He has been trying his best to disrupt this team, but just not. He hasn't been able to really do a whole lot, because he's kind of been on his own, unfortunately. Viper is there trying to help him as well, but they're just not doing much to Osath, who is just chunking him down. Look at that belly bump. Just hurt Mercury for like a quarter of himself. Bibon Boop is going to come with the overhand smash right there and finish him off. Isis in the back line is going to get annihilated by Cute once again. Cute just showing up to every one of these fights with that I'm a monster and destroying Apollo, trying to run away, but isn't able to go anywhere. Viper going to get taken out once again. 7-30 in favor of Team Sponsor Us. Look at John Perry. He's coming for Bib on Boop. He wants to get that kill. He is thirsty for it. He's going to get rooted, and overhand smash right there is forced to Fearless out. Meanwhile, the mid Phoenix goes down in response to that.
Bulwark comes out onto John Perry as the shield's going to help him out just a little bit more. He's getting burned here. Osot's epic uppercut is back online, and John Perry is back into the ground. That's another death going the way of John Perry. Put him at 0-4-1 at the moment. Titan is exposed here, but only in the mid lane. Looks like they're trying to force down the tier 2 as Man Ray ults through, finds an entire team. All of them sitting at very low HP here, not going to be able to fight at the Phoenix, as 3 of them are sitting at about 15% HP at the most. Going to elect to get a full team back here as the mid wave just needs to be pushed out by Team Sponsor Us. Or by Best Coast West Coast, I'm sorry.
Team Sponsor Us just needs to put the nail in the coffin and finish this one out, and it looks like they probably will here soon. They might just rush down to the Fire Giant and then finish it. Otherwise, they might just group up, run down, and finish it. Either way, I think this is going to end before the 30-minute mark.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be their plan here so far. Both the Guardians already making their way over, likely just getting rid of any possible wards that may have been there. But really, there's a lot of wards on the side of Best Coast West Coast, but they're not able to move anywhere to place them at the moment. Sentry ward on Man Ray, Viper, and Soza, but they have no way of being able to get to that Fire Giant. Not with the Kumbhakarna, Osot just sitting there staring at John Perry at those back camps.
This is I'm not sure what Best Coast West Coast can really do anymore. This is it's kind of even hard to talk about too much because there's just not a lot of options for them at the moment. They keep running into these fights, trying their best to make anything happen, and there's just so much CC coming from Team Sponsor Us that as soon as they run in, they die. A Fire Giant goes down to Team Sponsor Us right now, and Man Ray is just running around up top right there. I'm not sure exactly what he's doing. I think he's just trying to get out. I think he realized he was kind of in a bad situation, and he might go take down this wave. Just trying to proxy some waves a little bit, just kill anything he can. But huge fight in the mid lane right now as Isis, Cute goes down, or excuse me, Cute takes down John Perry. Epic uppercut, probably going to finish off Geb here. I'm a Monster doesn't hit. Cardiac going to finish off Soza, and that is 4 members. Actually, all 5 members of Team Sponsor Us in the mid lane just rushing down. It looks like they're going to try and just finish the game, as it looks like Viper might be trying to base race and just push left as hard as he can, but he's just not able to. He's not going to be able to do anything there.
Man Ray goes through 3 of them with the Sonic Boom, but that's really going to spell the end of it there. Titan's going to fall down here. Viper doing what he can, try and get a little bit of structure damage, but Titan's going to fall too fast. Phoenix isn't going to fall either. That's going to be game 2 going the way of Team Sponsor Us against Best Coast West Coast. What's it going to take for Best Coast to get in this next game, to take a game off of Team Sponsor Us at this rate?
Oh, man, I think it's just going to take some more basic communication on their team. I think there's just too much slipping out. Honestly, John Perry is a little bit of a weak link there, as we've seen. He hasn't provided hardly anything to his team, and that's been easy kills then for that soul lane. Osath is able to run around and do whatever. Obviously, this game it took him a little longer just because of the god he picked. But had he picked more of had he picked a warrior, someone that would have a little more sustain like that, be able to do the roam a little better, he would have been around the map even earlier than that. I think a lot of this comes down to Cute being extremely potent on that Scylla. They need to ban out Scylla, in my opinion. And I don't know if they can ban out enough for Data Remember, though. Data Remember has just been proving to be just good in general, but I think he is definitely more effective on that Hou-Yi, so maybe ban out Scylla Hou-Yi this time. But then you leave out so much. You leave out so many other options like Kali or Ao Kuang or anyone else for that matter. So you can't ban out everyone. At some point, you have to show up to the match and outskill your opponent. And I think that's just what is happening right now. Team Sponsor Us is ready for tonight and is showing up and outskilling their opponents.
Yeah, that seems to be the case right now. Best Coast, West Coast, not the same team that they were, obviously, with Zorion being down. Maybe that's just the one key that it is them not having Zorion for their solo lane as opposed to now having John Perry in their place. John Perry not performing up to the same level. And I think that the last time that they played against each other, Team Sponsor Us did have 2 substitutes, and I don't always. One thing I like saying is it's not always the subs that make the difference, but in this case, it's looking like those substitutes may have been the reason that they dropped those 2 games onto there. As even though Data Remember is subbing in for J-Tedder, I honestly think that he's performing better than J-Tedder ever did.
I'd have to agree with that. Data Remember has been performing extremely well in these games, and I mean it's. you can't deny with the results. That's pretty much what it comes down to. If you take a look at those damage charts, 22K coming out from Data Remember in that match. He was almost averaging 1,000 damage per minute, which is pretty awesome. No one even close on Best Coast West Coast able to keep up with that. Look at Southside ended up doing the same, almost same amount of damage as Viper, unfortunately for Viper, and John Perry only had 3,600, half of what the support had on his team. Granted, Geb's ultimate is a percent damage, so he can do quite a bit of damage with his ultimate, but still, that's showing where the chinks in the chain are, unfortunately, and that's not really working out for them.
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like the lobby is just about set up here for Team Sponsor Us. So I think instead of cutting to a commercial, since everybody's about ready to go here, I think everybody is in the lobby. We can pretty much get ready just to go ahead and get into this. If we'll go ahead and get prepared. Go up to Q for the spectate here, and we should be about ready to go into this final game. Pete on production, if you can hear me, go ahead and queue up for the next spectate, and we'll be going into this as soon as you give us the heads up for it, and then we will send it off to the players.